Hopefully that's all working. Good evening. My name is Stephen Kirker, and this is Forever Sport, the daily wrap. And there's a lot of cricket actually taking place today. Some big news as far as the Proteas are concerned, with ODI and T20 squads named for the West Indies series. And also hear from batter Tony DeZorzi in between the two test matches. Also, CSA 4-day matches on the go. And it's getting pretty sticky at the top of the standings. So hoping to bring you the final scores for the day on that one. But Aiden Markram is the South Africa's new T20 captain.
The batter who scored a century in the Centurion Test match against the West Indies takes over from Themba Bavuma, who stepped down recently. Bavuma's not even been selected in the T20 squad and will captain the Proteas in the ODI series. You see Markram there with Quinton de Kock in for the T20s. Thank you, Molly. We're looking after my daughter's dog. Risa Hendricks, Maggie Janssen, Heinrich Klaassen there, Sasanda Magala back in the squad, David Miller, Lungi Ngidi, Anrach Nokia, Wayne Parnell, Kagiso Rabada, Riley Rousseau, Tabraiz, Shamsi and Tristan Stubbs. In fact, Rabada and Nokia, I think we rested for at least the first two of the ODIs as well. Now, there was a briefing earlier today by the coach, Rob Waters, the newly appointed coach of the T20 side. And one of the first things he was asked was, the rationale behind, appointing Markram into this position as T20 captain and not having Themba Bavuma playing in T20 cricket at all. Aiden Markram does have a fairly good pedigree of, captaining international sides before, and in fact won the Under-19 World Cup. Here's the coach.
Look, Aiden obviously has shown himself to be a leader over a period of time now. Obviously his most recent success with the Sunrisers stands out. So it seemed like just a logical progression really into the leadership of the national side. He has been there before, but I think he's matured a lot as a player and as a leader since then. So yeah, I mean, Aiden's certainly a leader in the group, has been for a long time. As I said, it seemed like a logical progression for him to take over the reins. As for Themba missing out, I think that's purely a T20 performance-based decision. And my job now is to work with him to get him back into the side. So that'll certainly be one of our focuses.
And return to international cricket. One name conspicuous by its absence there was the former skipper Faf du Plessis. Now, du Plessis has been in continuing good form in T20 leagues. He was great in the recent CSA 20. But apparently he's still in the picture, according to the CSI Director of Cricket, Enoch Nkwe.
Look, there were conversations, obviously before the World Cup, with then obviously the selection panel and the coach, and then we did conclude obviously those conversations in terms of the way forward. But we've always been open to to talks with our sort of freelance players, and having spoken to obviously the coach Rob, he is very much interested to resume those conversations and see how best we can actually all of us work together moving forward. And from a cricket South Africa point of view, we're happy to engage, and let's see how we find the best way forward.
There you go. So he might be back sometime. Interesting thing is, of course, he's a freelancer in cricket, and a lot of the top T20 cricketers in the world actually do this because they make a very good living, don't they? Playing T20 cricket in various leagues around the world. And with the way cricket is moving, and remember the Proteas play hardly any test cricket, Quest says CSA is thinking of changing the way it contracts players because he says they need to move with the times.
In terms of contracting, I mean, we continuously ourselves in SACA engaging in that aspect to ensure that we remain proactive, because the reality is that a lot is evolving at the moment in our cricketing landscape. So we're trying our utmost best, to put our front foot, on the contracting side of things. So yes, as it stands, there is a format contract, but obviously quite a number of players they're still committed to all three formats. Some players are only white ball, some are only red ball. What we foresee in the near future, maybe even the next 12 months, might even go more specific into T20, ODIs and test. So those are some of the things that we're actually looking at, and we're going to continue to work on.
Yeah, seems to make sense. So Rassie van der Dussen, he was dropped not in that T20 side, and also dropped from the Test side after the Australian tour. And he is back in the ODI squad. There you see Rassie van der Dussen coming back into the side, captained by Themba Bavuma. Tony de Zorzi, who debuted in his cricket at Centurion, will also get a chance to win his first cap in ODI cricket. There he is. Kagiso Rabada and Heinrich Nokia are rested. I guess at least to begin with. I don't know, it depends how the series goes, I guess. While Tristan Stubbs, Gerald Coetzee and the recalled Ryan Rickleton could also make their debuts. Sisanda Magala also in that side as well. So it'll be interesting to see what you make of those sides. A bit of all-round skills there, and Dile Perfecquayo and Vian Mulder. Now, in some other cricketing news about the Proteas will be without Heinrich Nokia
for the test match, the second test match against the West Indies, which starts on Thursday in Johannesburg at the Wanderers. The fast bowler who took 6 wickets in Centurion has been released from the squad as a precautionary measure. That was an accidental mouse click. He picked up a mild groin strain, apparently, and the medical team say, well, don't risk him. No replacement has been named. So, if Shuki Conrad wants another pace bowling option for the Wanderers test, he'll have to pick all-rounder Vian Mulder instead. It's interesting, actually, because remember when the Wanderers used to be the fast bowler's paradise, there is the option of playing 2 spinners. So Kesha Maharaj and Saima Harman may be picked. You remember Sinaran Matsasamy was the slow bowler who started in the first test. Now, let's talk about some cricketing action and particularly go and look internationally, which is, I think it's this one I want to look at. Yeah, that's the one. This is the scorecard for the third one-day international between Bangladesh and India. No, Bangladesh and England, rather. You see starring performance there for Shakib Al-Hassan, starring with the bat and ball. 4 for 35 he took, and he also scored 75 of 71 deliveries. In a really, Bangladesh were batting fairly slowly, but steadily, and he added some impetus there with 75. Also a good 70 from Mushfiqur Rahim, half century from Najmul Hossain Shanto. Bit of petered out a bit towards the end, but 246 all out they were. England was sort of steady-ish after, the loss of 2 quick wickets, but, they just lost wickets at regular intervals. And, of course, that man, Shakib Al-Hassan, incredible figures really, 4 for 35 and 2 wickets apiece from Taishul Ismail and Ebadat Hossain. Now, Shakib Al-Hassan, by taking those 3 wickets, he has become the first Bangladeshi to reach 300 international wickets. That is an impressive stuff. And in so doing, he's already got the 6,000 runs. He's become only the third all-rounder to take 300 wickets and score 6,000 runs in the format. So impressive stuff. Now let's talk about domestic cricket as far as I think I want to. As far as the CSA 4-day series is concerned. And let me just pull up the points table as it stands at the moment. Let's have a look at that.
Okay, so you see there Western Province at the top, but the points are so close between Western Province, the Dolphins, and the Warriors. Even the Titans are still in with a shout, as are the Lions as well. So it could get interesting. Let's go look at those matches. Hopefully we've got the final scores of the day. Oh, this is not the one I wanted to look at. I wanted to look at this one to begin with. I think this might be the final score. I think actually play was called off by rain. 348 the Dolphins scored after batting first. That's down in Durban. 136 by Jason Smith there, leading to 348. And in reply, the Northwest innings, you can see there 166 for 9. I think I actually managed to get capture some of the wickets. Let's have a look and see what I've got here. These are the Northwest Dragon wickets, I do believe. Oh, you know what? It's okay, we'll get back to that. It is Northwest. There we go. Here we go. That's pretty funny, isn't it? Yeah, I was looking up some spray painting information. There's the fall of the first wicket. And here's an excellent take there at short leg to pick up the second wicket by Prenel and Sibrayan. Prenel and Sibrayan at the end of the day picking up 4 wickets, and 4 wickets for JJ Smuts. So a bit of a spinner's paradise is Kingsmead at the moment. Odirida Modumakwane picked up the other wickets. It's 166 for 9. Then the Northwest innings with no one really contributing. JP King scored 33 and Grant McQuena 27, but he was also excellently taken. Another one for John Smuts there, enjoying himself. I think clearly I need to edit these clips a little bit more dramatically and probably edit them better. Oh, I know what happens. Don't use transitions. Note to self, don't use transitions for stuff like that, because you're learning things all the time. It's quite handy having the Cricket South Africa streaming these matches on YouTube. So if you are into first-class cricket, I'm very much into first-class cricket. You can catch this action online on the Cricket South Africa YouTube site. Here, I think, is the 9th wicket. Look at that. Caught in the slips there. Okay, let's come back to the other game, which I want to have a look at, is let's have a look at this one. Is this the right one? It is the Titans versus the Warriors down in Gqeberha. And I'm not sure if this is actually the final scorecard from today. I don't think so, but I did manage to pick up some of the Warriors wickets which went down on the day. And I think I am going to share those with you. Let's just get rid of that. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Let me try and go back there. Can't get the staff, can you? All right, we are looking for. This is the Warriors and Titans. Thank you. This should be the Warriors. Yeah. That's better. Corbin Bosch there, getting rid of Vian Lubbe at the top of the order there. He ended up with just the one wicket. Lazard Williams taking one, and Don Ferreira picking up the other wicket there. That's the second wicket there. And Weber just dismissed. And here is the dismissal of Rosier, who made 16 for his caught off Ferreira there. I think. Okay, well, let's come back here.
Let's have a look at the match between the Lions and whirlwind. Oh, unfortunately, don't have a final score of the day for that, but it did manage to pull up some of the action. There was a fair amount going on in that game, actually. Some big scores.
I missed out on getting the first wicket, but you see Reza Henrik there hitting a big six, and then something of some good slow bowling here from Stephen Kirker, having Richards caught at slip for a very well played 82 there for 136 deliveries, and he was back in the action a little bit later on when he got that caught and bowl chance. Duck there, unfortunately, for Rapulana.
Right. I actually realized I've forgotten to talk about Tony de Zorzi, because he's also addressed a media conference today. He did debut in that test match. Unfortunately, didn't get to contribute a great deal, but not a bad outing. Certainly to make your debut in a winning cause. I don't think you can argue too much with that, can you? And he's actually scored, I think, 5 centuries, if I'm not mistaken, this season so far. So I mean, it was easy to put him into the side, and you see he's been chosen in the ODI squad as well. And he reckons that that actually that form helped him settle in despite the big adjustment to playing Test cricket.
It's a level up, so you obviously are aware that maybe the intensity increases. You're obviously going to face better bowlers, but like you said, when you come in with a few runs, then you can trust that what you have in the locker or what you have in your repertoire will be good enough, and maybe the doubts don't creep in as early. So I think, it definitely helps, and hopefully I can bring that form into this next game.
Yeah, well, hopefully it does. It'd be great actually for these guys like the de Zorzi to cement their places in the side. And in fact, it's something that he's would like to do.
My first goal is obviously to try my best to cement my position wherever that is for the team, and I can only really do that by weight of runs. I think if you're going to be a good leader, you're going to have to lead from the front with runs, and I think I can't really do that until I've really done well for the team, impacted some match-winning performances and stuff like that. So for now, I don't think that's anything that I've really thought about or given much attention to. I think for now, obviously, we have a test series to win, and I'd love to be a part of that and love to, like I said earlier, have some performances that contribute towards that. I think if those kind of things happen in the future, obviously you'd grab them with both hands, and I'd be really excited. But I think for now, that's a bit of a way away, and my focus is solely on the team and putting in the performances.
Yeah, good for him. Now, he was also asked about any batting plans as far as the Proteas are concerned, because they did pretty well in their first innings thanks to that nice big century not a big century, the century by Aiden Markram. He also scored I think 47 in the second innings. The second innings was very, very disappointing from the Proteas batting point of view, and it really gave the West Indies a sniff, albeit the Proteas did manage to win that by 87 runs thanks to the bowlers once again. So Tony de Zorzi was asked whether there have been any discussions about how that kind of batting collapse can be addressed.
Yeah, obviously our performance in the second innings wasn't ideal. They did bowl quite well, which isn't an excuse. I think obviously today we'll have a hard training session. Shooks and Neil Mack and Kruger and Ruben, all the guys will get together. We'll have meetings, discuss things that we obviously identified we can get better at. Obviously wanting to build longer partnerships, take care of that new ball a little bit better, similar to what Dean and Aiden did do in the first innings, and kind of do it for a bit longer. But yeah, obviously when we have our batters meeting today, they'll definitely pick up on things, and maybe next time we'll speak, I'll have more insights for you.
Yeah, so more insights, yeah. Early days, test match, Wanderers. I think I'm going to have to get some time to see that. Now, let's look at football now. And
what a great night in Anfield last night. But not if you're a Man United supporter. 7-0. Liverpool probably the most inconsistent that they have been for the last few years, but putting in an incredible performance in that game. And tonight there is only one game. It's the match between Brentford and Fulham. And as you see there, Brentford are in 9th place and Fulham are in 7th. So if the home side wins tonight, they could go up to 38 points. But they still wouldn't go past Brighton and Hove Albion, who have a much greater goal difference. Unless of course, Brentford spins something like the Liverpool result yesterday. Yep. Arsenal suffering that defeat to Man City, but they've won all 4 games since then. And Manchester United, they were on a really good run of form, but just slipping up at Anfield yesterday. So, Arsenal are a long way ahead of Manchester United, 5 points clear of City. As a neutral, I say as a neutral, as a West Ham supporter, I clearly need West Ham to get out of get closer to safety, and hopefully move into the top 10. It's much nicer when it gets a bit tight. The squeaky bum times that Alex Ferguson always talks about. Well, he always used to talk about. Now, in some sailing news, let's just check in on what's happening with the Golden Globe. Now, what you're looking at there is the tracking system from the Golden Globe race, and you can see there that Kirsten Newshafer is currently still leading that Golden Globe race. The South African lead is slowly being eroded by India's Abhilash Tomi, though. If I refresh this, we should be able to see what the latest speeds are on those. Okay, so this is the leaderboard. Kirsten Newshafer with around about 4,865 nautical miles to go. Her velocity made good, which is the speed in the right direction, basically. Is 4.8 knots. So she's been holding off Abhilash Tomi in the last 24 hours, but he has narrowed that gap since because it got quite big before they rounded the horn when he had some back problems to deal with. Anyway, in the other ocean race on the go at the moment, which it's connected to South Africa because they left from South Africa, is the ocean race. And you see there that is Holcim PRB, who've dived down the course, come a little bit further south to get onto that line between the chasing pack and themselves. So over 24 hours there, you can see they've been averaging 18.2 knots. And they're now motoring at around about 25 knots. But the chasing pack had actually, moved within 500 nautical miles, because I think at one stage they were over 400 nautical miles ahead. But it's good tactics, like exposed by Kevin Escoffier. and potentially a new 24-hour speed record for the American team, 11th hour racing team. They sailed this total distance of 544.63 nautical miles in a 24-hour period that ended on Saturday night. It's not yet been ratified by the World Speed Sailing Record Council. They tend to be a little bit slow. Now, there's only the 4 boats, racing at the moment, because Guyot Environnement Team Europe is back in Cape Town at the moment. They had to go there for some structural repairs. Quite dramatically, an approximately 2 square meter section of the bottom of their hull started delaminating, where the layers of carbon fiber and stuff come unstuck, basically. They limped back into Cape Town on Saturday night, and repairs have been started. They'll rejoin the race in Itajaí for the next leg of the race. Now, I want to have a look at our official World Golf rankings, and it's pretty miserable as far as South Africa is concerned. There's only one of the top 10 South African golfers who's made a move in the positive direction, and that's you see Australia there, and it's only one place, 145. So the top ranked player, Dean Burmester at 69, down 3 places. Christian Bezuidenhout slipping down to 81, and Tristan Lawrence to 84. Now let's have a look at the top 10 itself. Oh, that's great. I can tell you there's only one change in the top 10 itself. John Ram is still out ahead, and oh no, I didn't even write it down. Yeah, these two swap places, Max Homer and Will Zalatoris, to be 7th and 8th. Is there anything I've forgotten to mention? I wanted to talk about Paris-Nice. In fact, we do have the there we go, updated from the Paris-Nice. The second stage was won by Mats Pedersen there. Wow, and he's moved into the overall lead of that thanks to bonus seconds. Tadej Pogacar there is lurking 2 seconds behind. Tim Merlier, who was leading after the first stage, is at 4 seconds. So that's the I've forgotten the Tirreno Adriatico, and this is, are these up to date now? Yes, I think they are. 6 was today, so that is correct. This is the time trial. Filippo Ganna there, I think, managed to get that, win that one. That's incredible. Look at those times for that time trial. Fully 28 seconds faster than the rest. That's really interesting. Anyway, that's where we'll leave Forever Sport, the daily wrap for today. And with luck, might even be smoother tomorrow. But anyway, have a great evening. And remember to check out our other content like Forever Rugby. Because Stephen Kirker keeps you fully up to date with what's happening in the world of rugby. So have a great evening. Ciao.